Alright, obviously I'm a memfa and access no every mega TV as well. And Fambra Obibi Yankopon a sharp papa. Any abribia support am de my own platform way as well. Na abusia eja eba eja na nya babedru. Na breaking news a mega mensa aka. Eche se ya papa John Mahama, the president elect. Enche Ghana for yedini babisi akondwa so. In fact, owura no awodase NDC for members of parliament no omo momodina no munye den omo maintain the speaker of parliament no speaker Kingsford Smina Alban Bagbin omo maintain no na owura no entuma ne onto na adwuma pa eso wati ase adwuma pa oye de boa Ghana man no omo na kwan no onto aso no onye the 9th speaker of parliament, and I said only the speaker for the 9th parliament. Abusia and some dear me pese yanko name kohwe say video no enfamani koba you and send you honoma and so it better so mesro say ube subscribe to the channel na wa like it madi na wa share na foforo nso enye bia hwe yanko na yinkotie hawa TV3 yemfa credit in TV3 and mo boy yensa etimi kan news bi yenko na yenko sanse na how isikwa yemfa rekoba bi naka ina ebeto aso yankopon enhiraw onyo kesi abena bena yenko nse na emfa rekoba ebeto aso.
Has been asked over the last few weeks who becomes Speaker of the 9th Parliament, suggestions and names being chipped in left and right. Well, there's some news coming in from the quarters of the President-elect as to who he will prefer to be nominated as Speaker for the 9th Parliament. The office of John Mahama has issued a release to the newly elected members of Parliament asking or mandating them rather that they nominate the Right Honourable Alban Kingsford Bagbin as Speaker for the 9th Parliament. I want to take you through details of that statement right now, and it reads that the President-elect, His Excellency John Mahama, has in consultation with the National Executive and Parliamentary leadership of the NDC mandated the nomination of the Right Honourable Alban Kingsford Bagbin as Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. The Right Honourable Bagbin has distinguished himself in the service of Parliament, rising from Member of Parliament for Nadolu to Minority and Majority Leader respectively, and subsequently as Speaker of the 8th Parliament. He goes on to say that he brings a wealth of experience to the position which will prove vital in steering the affairs of Parliament at this critical period in Ghana's democratic and legislative development. The President-elect is convinced that under the stewardship of the Right Honourable Alban Bagbin, Ghana's Parliament will be further strengthened to deliver effectively on its oversight responsibility. And that's the latest from the office of the President-elect, who says that Alban Bagbin best fits the position of Speaker for the 9th Parliament. There's been a lot of conversation. In fact, when the President, outgoing President, Nana Dankwa Kufuor
area abusia enti we ensema etimi akoso wati ase enti bompae se eda ne bedru honom nyame boa eda ochina wati ase ada ochina on the 6th of January 2025 ena sa dwumadi ni ebekoso enti ye bompae se dwumadi ni ebedru honom na yedi the Speaker of Parliament, the able one as that Speaker Kingsford Alban Smina Right Honourable Bagbin yipetim edinesi so na bibi timi akoso na ayefefefe kama edi amagana man abusia unim se NDC for we ni se dia na chese Ghana na we ni chese MPP for so we ni dia na chese monka so mubotum ene mo busia for mo girlfriends ene mo busia na awene. In fact, Ghana really way massive what I say. Na yin say aka constituencies for bia and some wo ho kakra. Na that constituency na AC court elder say AC ni no koye regulation. Na mugusu a omo regulation no. Tema Central MP a wo ho no watimi ejinem de ma NDC sorry MPP amanyuko no owura Charles Forson wawini for Tema Central sanso na kopiem wo Okakwe Central I think say nso kra NDC ni ana meboa yes any I stand to be corrected okopiem wo Techiman South MPP ni na awini any Ablekuma North that's NDC ni what you say na busia ensem we na lawyer Eduzi Temoklu any animanima bi ahyase rise ukupim ewa Tema Central honoma shockingly no ene Tema Central Okakwe North anase Okakwe Central Techiman South ene omo MPs ni nyina no the candidate ni na omo nsi recollation center ho ni na ne sa ade a omo ye no illegal na court na mo kwan so omo nye nti NDC for so omo de omo nim de omo ye na sebi unim kasakra na sebi unto obi a oyeden opem mawia ide mega me na meka anyway yenkotie sansem we emfabra na ekoba edinaka ina ebeto aso e platform we yemfa credit and emma the joy news the able joy news omo ena mo gada ansem we bi ama mega me so minimatifo monye bi 80 abusia na mekai wo unya subscribe ya makacho say yaba for good yaba for better inti misro subscribe na twen ye update ne de safety bia no ye de to ho na nso onye bi ati nyankopon hira yenko na yenkotie nsem we emfa ko bebeto aso
of Legal Affairs for the NDC, lawyer Eduji Tamaklo, joins us live for some conversation on the back of these declarations, etc. Thanks so much, lawyer, for joining us here on Joy Newsroom. Now, do you accept the results of the recollation done today as ordered by the High Court?
Okay, so good afternoon. I need to state categorically that the National Democratic Congress rejects these purported redeclarations that are happening today at the rich office of the Electoral Commission. We reject it.
Why do you reject it?
No, so as we've indicated, the National Democratic Congress, together with our parliamentary candidates in these 4 constituencies, were the interested parties as far as the mandamus applications were concerned. Now, immediately after the court made those orders, we proceeded to the registry of the court to file a notice of appeal together with an application to stay the execution of those orders. Now, having done that, we proceeded to the office of the Electoral Commission. They were not there. We moved to the law firm of the Commission's lawyer. Thankfully, we met the clerk in the law firm, and the processes were duly served on the clerk. Now, and this yesterday, the process having been served on them, it's our expectation that the Electoral Commission will abide with the processes that were set. Now, they have decided to blatantly defy the application to stay the execution and proceed with this purported redeclaration. And that is why we say we categorically reject this redeclaration.
So what's going to be the next line of action for the party? Will your candidate...
There's a lot that we have that I'm not going to disclose. By close of day tomorrow, a few of them will become manifest.
You barely have 2 days to have this.
No. We appreciate the time, and we are taking every single step, having the timeline in mind.
That's fine. We'll leave the conversation here and, of course, come to you as and when we need more clarification. Eduji Tamaklo is the lawyer for the party, and, of course, interesting developments in that space. We shall bring you up to speed in our subsequent bulletins. But let's do the story. Final preparations are...
Today ordered the Electoral Commission to supervise the collation of 4 constituencies: Tema Central, Okaikwe Central, Techiman South, and then Ablekuma North. All these disputed constituencies were sent to the High Court by the MPP because they raised objections that some of the declarations were made under duress and that some of the polling stations, or in some constituencies, not all the polling stations were counted. And when you look at the polling stations, the outstanding ones in the various constituencies, you have Ablekuma North constituency having 62 outstanding polling stations, which are still being collated. Techiman South had 147 outstanding polling stations. Tema Central had the least with 2 outstanding polling stations. Okaikwe Central had 31 outstanding polling stations. And all have so far been declared. And all the winners have been the candidates of the New Patriotic Party. Ablekuma North is the one yet to be declared by the Electoral Commission. Well, the collation is still ongoing. The table you see in the shots there includes the MPP agents, the NDC agents, the returning officer, and the MPP parliamentary candidate for Ablekuma North, Naneku Afriye, who is in a blue headgear and a white shirt, matching it with a blue jeans and a sneaker. She's been here all morning, participating in the collation, making sure that everything doesn't skip her eyes. But her contender, Rabna Obin of the NDC, did not show up, and neither of the NDC candidates in Tema Central, or Okaikwe Central, or Techiman South showed up either. But the opponents from the MPP all showed up. The parliamentary candidates from the side of the MPP are all here. They've all witnessed the process, and they're on standby. The 3 of them who have already known the results are on standby, waiting for the final declaration to be made. And this collation was done a few days ago, but it was sent back to the Supreme Court by the opposition NDC, who raised some concerns that when the MPP took the case to the High Court, they sought to join the case, but the presiding judge did not allow them to join the case and went ahead to order the Electoral Commission to continue with the collation. When it went to the Supreme Court said that that was not a fair judgment and told the judge who presided over that case to recuse himself, and a new High Court judge appointed to oversee this one. And that judge made his verdict yesterday, and his verdict was that the Electoral Commission should continue with the collation, and told the Ghana Police Service to also provide security for this exercise. And if you come here, it's not only the Ghana Police Service that is present. You have the fire service, you have the you have the customs service as well. All of them present here to ensure that the process is done smoothly. The man in your shot who has a phone on his ear is one of the NDC agents who has continuously to why the Electoral Commission is using the pink sheets that are being provided by the MPP to continue with the collation of the results from Ablekuma North constituency. Still doing them polling station by polling station for all to see. security is still on with the work. That's the presiding officer there in the middle in a white shirt, making sure that the process goes on smoothly. And all the three parliamentary candidates who have been declared as MP-elects spoke to the press afterwards. The Tema Central MP-elect Charles Forson of the MPP was happy with the outcome of the results, and Patrick Yalboama from Okaikwe, J. Mensa Kosa from Techiman South, all shared the same sentiments. It stands now, the only constituency that we are waiting for their results is Ablekuma North constituency, which was contested by two women, or the key key contestants were women, Rabna Oben of the NDC and Nana Kuefrie of the MPP. She was an MP there. She was ousted by the incumbent Sheila Patel's, and she won against Sheila Patel's in the primaries in the lead up to this election, and she stood on the ticket of the MPP, and she's a former ambassador of Ghana to China there. I can see that most of the security officers are being called outside. That's the Ghana Prisons Service, or they're changing guards. The first set
for Ablekuma North constituencies amidst protests by the NDC agents. But first, listen to the declaration of results for Tema Central, Okaikwe Central, and Techiman South a while ago.
My name is Francis Chum, Deputy Returning Officer, ties the collation for all the 147 plus 1, which is special voting, making 148 polling stations in Tema Central. And here are the results. Mr. Charles Forson of the NPP had 18,870. Madam Ebi Bright of NDC had 18,815 votes. Mr. Frederick Enieje, an independent candidate, had 209 votes. Total valid votes, 37,894. Total rejected ballots, 144. Total vote cast, 38,038. Now, in view of the above results, and by the power vested in me, I, Francis Chum, Deputy Returning Officer, Tema Central, declare Mr. Charles Forson MP-elect for Tema Central. Thank you.
Of course, we have 148 polling stations in the constituency. We did 146, remaining 2. So this puts finality to the exercise. If you are coming to say that would they be going to court, the court is there for redress, and we are ever ready. But as I keep saying, it's a number game. 1 + 1 is always 2. It is not synergy that you say 1 + 1 will be 3. No, with elections, it is a number game. So once you compute it today, and it is Charles Forson had 18,870, it's never going to change.
No, and so that's what we write earlier when they did the declaration back at the constituency. The claim she was
with what number? You see, you may have won an election, but it comes with a number. Has she ever been able to mention a number?
What's the message to the constituency?
I'm thankful to them, and we are going to work and uplift the constituency. That's the most.
Ejapa, the Deputy Returning Officer for Okankwe Central Constituency. My purpose today is by the court order given that has compelled the EC to continue the process where we left off during the Collation day after the election on the 7th. So, by the court order, this is the final collation. The 31 polling stations that were asked to be added to make it complete. 141 polling centers. After the collation today, Patrick Yabuama got 21,099 votes. Abdullahi Abu Baba Abubakar Sadiq got 90,368 votes. Total valid votes is 40,467. Total rejected ballots 198. Total votes cast 40,665. With the authority given, I hereby declare that Patrick Yabuama, per the votes, is validly elected as the MP-elect for Okankwe Central Constituency.
Thank you very much. We had to follow due process, and we always believed that the numbers were not going to change. But we thank God that we've had a peaceful collation exercise and a peaceful declaration.
My name is Amate Ajauto, returning officer for Techiman South. Following the court order that we should complete our collation today, we have come to the end of the collation for Techiman South. And here are the results for Techiman South. Martin Kwaku Aje Mesan Kosa hold 46,663 votes. Christopher Beyere Baswente hold 43,429 votes. Donko Moses hold 140 votes. Boyong Idris hold 76 votes. Total valid votes are 90,308. Then total rejected ballots 844. Total vote cast 91,152. Now, there are issues with two outstanding polling stations, and these polling stations votes have not been added to these votes that I have read to you. And these polling stations are DA Primary School, Bamiri. They have 657 voters. Islamic JHS, Abosu, also have 481 voters. If you add them up, you will get 1,138 voters in these two polling stations. Looking at the results on the summary sheets, even if you add this total number of voters to one candidate, it will not make a change for the winner. And following the number of votes polled by the candidates, Martin Ajeme Sankosa is leading. With 46,663 votes. With the power vested in me as the returning officer for Techiman South, I therefore declare Martin Kwaku Ajeme Sankosa as Member of Parliament for the Techiman South elect.
Amen. 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 Amen.
God for this opportunity, and same to the good people of Techiman South. We give all thanks to God. That'll be all for it.
Well, you may have gone through a lot over these few weeks after the first declaration. Finally, you see that the end of the court.
It's the doing of the Lord. Let's see what the Lord will do.
Your constituents.
Well, I thank them for the support and their prayers, and God bless everybody.
What about your party?
Well, I thank everybody. Everybody whose prayers and support has been part of this. We thank them. Thank you.
All right, so let me now take you live to the EC's Regional Collation Center, where my colleague Kenneth JC joins us live for more update. Ken, thanks so much for joining us here on Join Newsroom. Now, the only outstanding result is that of Ablikuma North, which has been fraught with some sort of, challenges. Tell us more on that.
Abusia enti ensem no ena yakwakotie no. But moma menka Speaker of Parliament die ni bi kakra. Isan say etire fukura egu bojisim ananye sa. Abusia no kwere nyame nim di. Se NDC for eye mistake ena mosesa Speaker Kingsford Alban Bagbin enka omayo mu papa. Yes, enka omayo mu papa. Enka omayo mu because okay this kind of speaker wabua Ghana, wabua NDC in the 8th parliament parliament ye twam ye in the 8th parliament oyobi a wabua mo papa. Sometimes MPP for it me depend enema bi ba parliament a mo pese omo have omo way omo say minority no omo ahase no omo gina na speaker no so back omo kama e bibi etimi akoso. It is a Kenyan speaker ya enka MPP for be bunka fire so. Enka we are going to suffer, and suffer. Enka taxes in there, you beat your sani tiati ukruma. Enka taxes, you beat your taxes, lankiti ati. What I say? But Esan said we got the able speaker Alban Bagbin. And you may be on component ya. So unya tips na chese we yesu tiri e de NDC for no na chese NDC for no so sha say ayi ho adwuma na ono nso pushi na chese omo NPP for agenda no engina enti senka NDC for ye mistake ena muji owura we edisi nchen ya enka it is going to affect them in the long run, although they are having simple majority to third majority in parliament, but enka embwa because he is not experienced. I don't know the person, but let me tell you, it is like say where you say as majority leader free. No matter who comes, that person can never be compared to Osechi Misabuzu. It is also MPP for leadership or changing in parliament. And no crumple can be and I contribute to a lot. I contribute to a lot. What I say, and eka ho bebre na amo se bi nyado omo antimi anweni members of parliament no eka ho bi na ema omo lose a lot of seats because the leadership in the parliament was so weak and was so dull. Inti MPP NDC for matimi enya such an amazing guy like such an amazing man like Alban Bagbin. You people have to get it in your skull. Ghana. John Mahama, he is ever ready to serve this country. But the ministers now deputy speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Deputy Minister, CEO, you people must keep that thing off from your mind. Say moba na wa be mo ho yi no because kufika ya in fact kwabena so ba oya ye beka sa MPP for no omuba umbedi sika ena ya ka magana fa to moso ye to mo fi so MPP NDC for mo ye ndomu nchen MPP for NDC for Ghana for no nchen MPP for mudi nsemfu sebi we are going to what vote against you in the next election. Enti yeguswani yeka yeguswani yeka koto so bi tu ne bafo na woni futufu na ofo no di ahye okotodwem enti NDC fo ya to abade mamu obegina honom esam bedi mpoa e de kire Ghana fo a obo se shape how the Bible no buy no no dey odish eye snap buy ofiki na ta shout to him ono na beti so odi to nyom a shape na the Bible no buy no so no this smart snap no buy what I say enti say yeah yetimi di MDC about power me can be because I was one of the vibrant critics Edema MPP when me criticize them and I engage people to vote against them and I know say part of my work and I pay offer and MPP for we they see themselves as opposition party. It is yetimi ayi say adwuma ho nyina na say mo NDC for nema bi koso na yebe social media ebe kan mo sha say mo pekasa mo yese ya hey you people are going to get it wrong. You people are going to get it wrong. So allow yourself to be coached, allow yourself to be taught, allow yourself to be used. Munhwe se mo beso Ghana ye no kwaredie munyansam. What I say, anye se moba na omani sika no ya kase good ha ya kase oil ha ya kase petrol. You people don't try. As soon as John Mahama sworn in, the work begins, and nobody will be joking this country. Nobody will be joke. Nobody will joke in this country. Because he is here. I am a casa. The casa na mechanic no. And that is it. And Tiamide said you were Speaker Alban Bagbin. Omo etimi maintaining the camera. Now run with me. Abe the next speaker and as what me maintain why the next speaker of Parliament. It is say a bomb piper in Sanya Dea and Copon eternity and Nima Ebe. It Yama Mary Baker. Uyembe shiwa ububi 4 ukunu wa yade pa enkayin chambono ukuna nyade pa ukunu beji mami rubi ukunu beji presidency wan tunu fana se Ghana for the udi omani ni wa nyade papa yemfa ho nchew enti no se ne abane saa mami jini saa wai men confront obia men kanchire mpibia se onna wa yisi ukunu na nkasa no she Ghana for bo but ene wadu honom when the boss so Ghanaians must hold him accountable. No amici ba for United States of America mami yankopon yo kese mami we bi e UK yankopon shira me mami obi ahwe megati bi yankopon enyo kese abusia mami fa wisi makraw bye bye.